Now, it can't be overstated just how important the Chinese economy is to the rest of the world. They're also a big trade partner to a lot of the other big countries in the world as well. Welcome to the channel. My name is Dennis, and today we're going to be talking about problems with the Chinese economy, what's wrong with the Chinese economy, and why is China so important to the rest of the world. Let's waste no time. Let's get right into the content today. Before we do, if you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me. Now, it can't be overstated just how important the Chinese economy is to the rest of the world. To the world, the Chinese economy is absolutely essential because China is like the factory of the world. The Chinese economy, it is not in a good place right now, and the root cause of all of this is the real estate market. Now, China has a lot of its wealth tied to its real estate market. So a lot of the common people, investors, a lot of stuff, when it comes from, obviously the people there that have money, how do you go about making more money, investing in real estate is the hot thing for a lot of people there, and also for households as well. How do you build household wealth? A lot of it is tied to real estate, even more so than here in the United States. And it's right now you're seeing some deeply indebted companies, some companies that, big on a real estate scene there, very indebted companies. Some fraud activity as well that has been come to the limelight, some potential Ponzi schemes. So developers selling homes before the homes are even built, using that money to start new projects, never actually finishing any of these projects. So again, kind of like a Ponzi scheme where it's you get money from somebody to build this, and at the point where you're supposed to build it, you turn around, use that to fund some other projects, get some more money in. Things weren't getting built, people upset, people boycotting, potential for bank runs, and just all type of stuff that's just negative. A lot of people are frustrated, and a lot of people are upset because when it comes to especially household wealth, even here in this country, in the United States, a lot of people, wealth is built through real estate. In China, similar thing, even more so there because their stock market isn't necessarily what we have here. So the different exchanges that they have in China, their stock exchanges, they don't have the size, the same amount of capital that the United States market has. So you think about our S&P 500, or you think about our Dow, and just these different exchanges that, over the years have done very well for us. The Chinese exchanges do not have the same amount of investors, don't have the same amount of influence as the U.S. exchanges. So a lot of the money with China is tied up into that real estate market, and companies, obviously ate for a long time, very indebted, a lot of projects that aren't finished, a lot of upset investors, a lot of upset consumers, thinking about boycotting banks, bank runs, just a lot of negative things when it comes to the Chinese economy right now. So to summarize the situation, the Chinese economy is just an absolute mess right now, and a lot of it is tied to the Chinese real estate market. But let's also talk about why China is so important to the global economy. Now, China is a huge nation. This is a huge country from so many different aspects when it comes to population size, when it comes to GDP, their gross domestic production, the influence that they have on a world stage. Huge country. They're also a big trade partner to a lot of the other big countries in the world as well. They do a lot of business with a lot of countries. There's a lot of money, a lot of material that gets moved from China to other places, and also China's a buyer as well. So a lot of these other large economies, they sell a lot to China. They do a lot of business with one another. Trade amongst global leaders, or the developed nations of the world, is absolutely essential for the global economy. It keeps the wheels going. It keeps everything churning. So for example, let's use Germany as an example. So Germany and China, they're trade partners. So Germany gets a lot of stuff from China. They also sell things to China to keep their economy moving. This is a significant thing because Germany is very important for the European economy. It's for all of Europe, for all the other smaller nations. Germany helps them out. Germany does business with them. But for Germany to have a strong economy, for them to be a strong country that's doing what they need to do to have a healthy, stable economy, they need to continue to do this business with China. Importing or exporting their things to China is absolutely essential. So there can be this domino effect. There can be this thing where, if China's hurting and they do less business with other nations because they need to allocate assets, they need to allocate their funds to stabilizing their own country, their own economy, doing less business with some of their trade partners. If Germany is not exporting as much, they're not making as much money, the material, the gross domestic production, workers, this could lead to a slowdown there, which could lead to a slowdown in other European countries, could come to the United States. It's these type of things when it's such a big country like China facing a slowdown and they have to do things differently. This could have a spiraling effect. This can affect a lot of other things in different places of the world. The COVID shutdowns as well. I know the majority of this video isn't about that, but I feel like it has to be discussed as well. So when these shutdowns happens, China's zero COVID policy, if something happens somewhere, there's been times where they've shut down huge parts of the country, major cities, factories, things that, China is the factory of the world. The Chinese people produce so many other things that the world needs. So much of the electronics, the clothes, so many things come from their factories because that's just how the global system is set up right now. So when you have, freezes to their economy, it's not a good thing for the rest of the world. So China is very important to the global economy, and China is not in a good place right now. If you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me.